Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Yerko here. So many of you asked me if I stopped doing YouTube videos. No, I didn't. I actually had a lot of work to do with my client, and in this video I will share exactly what I have done and what the results are. So let's start with the video. So I have a new client, and the client is not usually in the online business. He has an offline business. To be exact, it's a restaurant. So I wanted to take a challenge on me and see if everything that I teach my clients and do online with them, if it works also for an offline business, like a restaurant, which is usually really, really hard. So I started working with them together like 2.5 months ago, 2 months ago. And the interesting thing here is the strategies are working exactly like they would work online. So the first thing what I have done is optimize their offers. What does that mean? So in the restaurant you have the menu card. And before the restaurant just had one piece of paper and that was it. That was the whole card. So I was thinking like a professional marketer and consultant, how can I, increase the value or the order value that each guest is doing? So the first thing I was doing is I've thought about the prices. And in general, I can say I increased the prices over 95% of the menu. If this is drinks, salads, normal food, desserts, everything, 95% of the menu card, I changed the prices. And also 95% of the prices, or 98 even, I increased the price by 20%. There were a couple where I reduced the price, but they were really bad calculated. They were missing so much profit margins or margins on, on their menus, on their food, on their drinks, on everything for nothing. The one reason why they have done it like this or wasn't, scared to change the price or increase the price is because they thought, oh, if I do this, no one will come to my business and buy. So like many of you out there. But the thing here is if the price in every restaurant or every business is going up, and you also increase the prices, what do you think where your customers will go? From one day on another, if you increase the prices, they still need to eat every day. They still live nearby. And also the competition or other businesses have even higher prices than you. So there is, in my opinion, there is not too much you should care about. You should care about how long you want to stay in the business. And if you're not increasing the prices, one day eventually you will need to shut your business down or to sell it because you're not profitable, you're not earning a lot of money. So we increase the prices and like maybe from 100 people, one or two people, let's say it like this, three people recognized that the prices are different. And from those three people, one, was screaming or complaining about the price increases, which I expected. To be honest, I expected even more people to complain about the prices. And the thing is, they're still our guests. They're still coming daily, to the restaurant, my client. So nothing changes there. The only difference is the business now made 20% more revenue daily because of this one thing, increasing the prices on the menu card. The second thing is the upsells, the upsells on every side. For example, if you order a salad, you can order bread with it. Or if you order some meat, you can order potatoes or a salad, or different upsells on the cart for different areas. On the dessert cart, you have like you can upsell them ice cream, or you can upsell them coffee, or you can upsell them sweet wine, things like this. So the principles are the same. They work in the offline business, they work in the online business. Because in the end, business is solving the problems for your dream client or for your clients. You can do that online, you can do that offline, it doesn't matter. It works the same, the psychology is the same. People are people. That's it. So I optimize that from that one piece of paper. The menu is like in a map right now. It's like a map, not like this, but it's like 7-8 pages. On the first one, the storytelling about the place, because the place is over 200 years old. We're going there into storytelling and a little bit of branding, creation story. But storytelling, then also our recommendations for this season of the year, for winter, for summer, things like this. And then the normal card, of course. And at the end, also the drinks and wine card. Because before they had like 3 cards. One was drinks, one was wine, and one was the normal menu. But usually only from 100 people, maybe 5 got the wine card. And from 100 people, maybe 60, 50, not even like 50% got the drinks card. And now everyone is going to get everything, which is great because people need sometimes, inspiration so they can see, oh, they're offering this, they're offering this. Yes, I'm taking this. So those are the offer changes that I did in this business, which increased only 20% from the price increases, but with the whole card and menu design, I can imagine it is like going to that direction of 25 to maybe even 30% of more revenue, which is really big for an offline business. So this is the one big thing that I did there. The second thing is I'm doing like this. I'm traveling, I'm going to a city, I'm taking my phone, putting restaurants in the Google search, Google Maps, and it finds every restaurant in that area. And what I'm doing, I'm looking how many stars they have, how many reviews they have. And if I find one with a lot of reviews, I'm reading the reviews and usually I go there. So the thing is, this needed to be optimized for that business. They had couple stars and couple reviews, yes, but since 15 years no one was answering the reviews or commenting. If someone is blaming the restaurant, leaving a bad feedback or good feedback, it was the same. No one was answering those. So within short period of time, I changed the system for that. First thing I did, I helped them reply to over 200 comments, to 200 reviews. That's the first thing. The second thing is I created a system with small cards, where you have the name of the restaurant, the telephone number, everything. And I put a QR code there. So the QR code was like, if someone paid in the restaurant and was happy with the service and left also a great tip, you're going to him, here, this is our new card. You can, if you scan this code, you can find the actual menu, weekly menus or menus in general. You can also book a table, and if you want, you can leave us a 5-star review. It will mean a lot to us. Something like this. And what happened? If you do this daily, really daily, focus on that. The restaurant got like 50 new reviews in 2 weeks, which is insane. Which is before, for the 50 reviews, they took like 3 years, 4 years. And now in, what did I say? 2 weeks, I think. And if they continue to work like this, giving those cars to the people, the restaurant will get even more and more reviews, which is so important nowadays because, like I said, if I'm traveling, I'm going to Google Maps looking for the restaurant with best reviews and best everything. And of course, to be able to increase the prices and also to be able to get those reviews, you need to change something. You need to deliver better results, which means doing great service, doing a better service than before, cooking better meals than before, delivering better experience than before. And this was also the case. So the next thing what I have done or helped them with was also the booking system. Because before someone called and made a reservation for a table or sent an email. But the problem here was if the restaurant was full and like every 3 minutes the phone is ringing, I want this, it was a little bit stressful. This is the first thing. The second thing, not everyone likes to talk on the phone. The third thing is, for them, it was usually the case sending an email. But here the next problem is, you see, a problem after another. The next problem with sending an email, you need to get a reply or response. And this can take sometimes in the restaurant a couple days, maybe weeks, maybe it gets forgotten. And if someone is making a reservation for 20 people and you're not replying fast enough, what happens? You can lose up to €1,000, $1,000 for one group reservation. And this is really, really bad. So what have I done? I installed a software from one day to another. I just installed the software to test it. I put every reservation going on until end of the year into the reservation software, and now the systems is completely changed because they're getting from home. They can make a reservation from the website. They don't have to talk to anyone to send an email. Just choose the date, choose the time, and maybe write a note. Done. They get directly an email that confirms the reservation. The next thing is also the software automatically, gives them the table that the owner chose before, to allocate to 3 people, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people. You can, set everything up in the software, which is easy for me because I don't want to say it, but I'm sometimes changing like 3 different softwares in a day, for the same thing, because I'm going into software, testing everything, looking if it makes sense for me or not, and then changing again. Basically, I did this the last couple of years with many different software. That's why for me it's not a big deal to install a new software, test it, and see if it works or not. But I'm always going with the mindset here. This is the version 1. This is the first step. And from there we can optimize it. Same with the menu card. I said to them, in 3 days we will have a new menu card. And they say, oh no, let's see, we have to check this with the kitchen because the meals are different. We have to buy the things and then check with the kitchen how to cook it, and it takes time. What should we? And I realized how people are moving so slowly, and they're asking themselves why nothing is happening in their lives, or why they're struggling in their business. I said, in 3 days we will have the new menu card. They looked at me like I'm crazy. What happened? 3 days after, we have the new menu card. Of course, it was not perfect. It wasn't my goal. It was the version 1. 3 days after we had the version 2. And the version 2, it's now since I think already 3 weeks, one month, something like this. It's already live or online. And I'm also helping them working on the version, 3 or the next version, which is even better. But this is how my approach looks like. If you have a problem, I focus on the problem 1000% to make sure to find the first solution as fast as possible, solve it, and then take also a little bit distance from that. So I get new, feedback. I see the feedback. I get new inspiration. I take a little bit distance to think about other things. And then I can, optimize it and create a new version instead of sitting there like a perfectionist, wasting months and nothing changes. With this change overnight, basically they made 20% more revenue per day, which is crazy, guys. Which is sometimes I'm asking myself, why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? Increase your prices. Make a better offer. Do the damn video. Post the reel on Instagram. Do the thing that you actually want to do. Go travel. Make the decision, marry the girl you want. Make kids. Do the thing. You're just wasting time waiting on the things, and it will not be easier. It will be same as it is now. You have to make the decision and just focus like your life depends on it. And if you're not able to do this alone, this is completely okay. I'm here to help you go that direction. So this is why I'm here. Like with my client that I'm doing here offline. Not everyone is focused and like making a decision like this and then just moving forward. Sometimes you need someone to take your hand and going together. It is easier. So then, optimized menu, the offering there, the prices, the structure, the naming, everything, the layout, everything. Then optimize the Google reviews. They're getting now regularly great reviews. And in my opinion, they're not even aware what will happen in 6 months, 12 months, 24 months from now. I said to them the next summer, because in the summer they have a garden and they get more clients, tourists, things like this. You will be booked every day inside and outside, because, the small changes that I made, they have a big impact. And this is the thing. People think they need to make crazy big changes. No, this is, the profits or the margins or the money, the success is in the details. 1% here, 1% here, 1% here optimizing, changing something, only 1%, and I'm a details guy. I love details and I'm focusing myself always on the details because details matter. Details make the, if you have learned something or read some books or learned or went into the direction of manifesting things, manifestation, laws of the universe and how the universe and everything, if you break it down, everything is moving. And this, for example, this is not one piece. This is like 1 billion small atoms here, and it looks like one piece. So details, these small pieces, small things. So, and then what happened, people can now book themselves on Google Maps. The people can book through the website themselves. They're getting directly the email confirmation that it's booked. They have a software where they can see, track, and manage everything. How many people are coming, how, everything. The software also manages to what table when someone books is recommended for the new guest, so they don't have to think even about it. It's easier, to show new employees, because if you're new, you don't know where to put the people, how to structure the tables, and now the software is doing it for you. And also, one day after the visit, they get automatically again an email from the restaurant to leave a review. And now the smart part here is to leave a 5-star review on Google, or if they have any other feedback, to just reply to the email. You're welcome. So also a small detail which can and will change a lot of things. So the next thing is, I read the Google reviews. They said the atmosphere is not great. I looked at the restaurant. I optimized their music system, sound system. Now the atmosphere is like 3 times better than before. But you have to be aware of those things. You have to be aware of those things. And I'm not a music expert. I'm not an atmosphere expert, but I'm an expert on going into your business, asking the right question. What are your goals? What are your problems right now? Why are you not moving forward? What is your business model? Understanding exactly every small and single part of your business, and then, helping you create a plan and guiding you on the plan to your goal, to your outcome. Because my paying structure works like this. I'm getting paid 50% upfront, but I'm getting the second half only if you achieve your goal. Why? Because you stay motivated and I'm staying motivated like this. And also because I'm selling the results here. I'm not selling blah blah shit. And this is the next thing. I can't hear any more people talking about dreams, about ideas, about something, and not doing the work. I can't hear this anymore. I'm really sensible to this at this stage in my life. And yeah, because I'm hearing always only excuses. With this client, you don't want to even know how many excuses I heard. This is crazy. Like, on every single step, this is not possible because of this. We will lose clients. No one will buy ever again. We can't just increase prices like this. We don't have the money for marketing. We don't have the money for this. This is not blah, 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 blah. Cut the noise. Cut the noise. You need to be able to cut the noise. And if you're able to cut the noise, then you can and will, if you have the plan, be able to move really fast into that direction that you want. So the next thing is, I said like 25 to 30%. The next thing is, a delivery company will come to the restaurant, which means you can order food from anywhere. This is the next thing, which also I'm saying will increase, even if it's 0% more revenue, because you're paying, some commission to the company, things like this. But still, it's like marketing because you're listed on the platform itself. Or even if it only increased like 5% the revenue, which is 35%. And the next big move I'm doing right now, or did in the menu that I didn't told you, is I created a page for if you have a birthday, if you want, Christmas party, if you like things like this, you can do a reservation here or just ask us. So the clients or guests, they know you can do here a Christmas party with 20, 30 people, like in a private room. It is possible. And also to focus on the main strengths of the restaurant, which is also having or being really flexible. One example, there is no vegan option on the menu, but if you ask us, is it possible we're a group of 10, 20 people, there's 2 vegans? Of course it is possible. We will create something great for you. Do you like this and this? How is that and that? Oh, this sounds great. Perfect. Things like this. Or can I change the salad with potatoes? Really flexible. And you have, I'm always saying you shouldn't be scared about the prices too much. You should be thinking about the service, because if you're delivering great customer experience and service, people are willing to pay for that. People are willing to pay for that. And if you're increasing your food on the menu for like 10%, 20%, and the guest will not come because of this, then this is, not your dream client. This is, they should go somewhere else. Easy as that. But the thing is, like I said before, someone else, it's also expensive or even more expensive. So don't be scared about increasing your prices. So the next thing is, which I did, is the software. And the software, there's so many pieces in the software for the reservation, which just makes sense for the business. Yes, delivering with Foodora. And also, like I said before, the page, the advertising page, the landing page in the menu, where they can, book Christmas dinners, Christmas parties, birthday parties, things like this. I also created a lead list, or we created a lead list with our test sites, 100 different companies in that location. And we sent them, we printed them, the advertising letter page, printed it, and sent to those 100 different companies, so they can make a reservation in the restaurant for their parties, Christmas, things like this. It's like outbound marketing through paper or through post, to, not with email, but with really actual printing out a paper, putting it in the thing, in the, how does it say, briefcase? No, not briefcase. You know what I mean, the post, and going to the postal office and sending that to that address, because it's physical. It's more valued than just sending an email and landing in the spam order, in the spam folder, or in the junk folder. You know what I mean? So this is also one thing: outbound marketing optimized, reviews optimized, which is also marketing itself, because Google will recommend the website, the restaurant, to more people if they're searching online for restaurants in that location. The menu card, and I'm told them, like, we did great things here. We're working like 2.5 months together. And if you summarize that, everything is like 35-45% more revenue. And I just want to say, this is over a year, or over the next 12 months, this is easily 100K more revenue for the restaurant. And this is if I only count like 15 to 20% more revenue. So you can do the math here. I don't want to go into the details, but this is crazy. If you imagine, my services cost 12K upfront and 12K after they, achieve the results. It's like 1/5, 1/4, 1/8, or 1/10 of the revenue that they made more. So this is one small part, or it's actually a longer video than I thought it will be. But I will share with you in the next video also more details or different things that you can do to increase your revenue, to get new clients, to attract new clients, and what is the difference between the clients or the people who are struggling really struggling to, keep them above water, to earn enough money or profits to be alive in the business, and the difference between the other side who is doing great job, great things, and they're earning also a lot of money. So they can breathe freely and they can reinvest the money in the most important things in the business. So if you would like to see this video, comment down in the comment section, like the video, subscribe to the video, and guys, I am seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.